Okay, right, we're on the top of CLEE HILL. You can go even higher, you can go way beyond that up there. It gets really high, probably, I don't know, another 300-400 feet higher. There's a bike. Okay, right, there's your view. Over there's the West Midlands conurbation, Birmingham. Beyond the ridge, coming around, you're looking down towards south, Malvern Hills. I think the Malvern Hills are that way. I don't know if that's going to be them, or I don't know if that's the I think that's the Black Mountains in Wales. That is Wales over there, all that ridge. Obviously we're still in England at the minute, but yeah, that's Wales. Malvern possibly, and beyond. It's spectacular. In the war there was quite a few planes crashed up here in the fog. One being a Lancaster bomber, and I know a German, well, I've been told a German Dornier bomber crashed, obviously trying to stay below radar level, and like I say, you can't see it behind me, but behind that ridge there, you can see the top of a house just sticking up, but it goes higher and higher, and there's been quite a few plane crashes apparently. Quite a high number of flight crew have lost their lives, mainly during wartime, I believe. There is a monument somewhere, I've been told, for the Lancaster, but I've never found it. I've been up here, God, 20-30 times. It's further up, right up on top. I say you've got this bridge here, but then it goes down and then up. You can't see the top of it from here, but trust me, it goes up very high behind. Okay, I'm going to jump back on and we're going to head down towards Cleobury-Mortimer, and then we'll do a left from there. I'll give you the B number when we get there, because again, I forgot. As normal. I'll just plug this back in so I can keep the battery running on the GoPro. And then we'll crack on. I'm just making sure this mic is still in, because sometimes I think it comes loose and that's when I lose all the audio. So what I'm going to do is, when I get back into Bridgnorth, I'm going to pop to the cafe, the bike stop, and have a cup of tea. That is the norm. That's what I normally do, and that's what we'll be doing again today. Okay. Here's the map. Not that I need it, but it's on, so. I've definitely got to get a new front tyre. Had a puncture in the back one. I had Bridgestone back laxes on it when it come with the bike, and I was quite pleased with them. But I only changed the back because of the double puncture, so I've now got what have I got? I've got a Metzeler Torno next. Tourance next. A Metzeler Tourance next, it's called. And again, I'm really impressed with the grip on the back, but I am struggling just a little bit on the front at the minute. That'll get changed probably next week. Slow down because of the sheep. And the views continue off in the distance. It's just wonderful, wonderful place to come. So for anyone, if you've not been here, CLEE HILL, Ludlow's just over the back. Literally, when I came to the end of the first road, if I'd have turned right, Ludlow town centre's probably a mile and a half, and this again, that is a lovely place. Some lovely cafes, restaurants, bars, pubs, and again there's another castle there, quite a famous castle, Ludlow. Gentlemen, sheeps, Okay, took no notice, good. It's quite a busy road today. As you can imagine, when the sun's shining, it's a great place to come for a picnic. Yeah, still recording. Couldn't remember if I turned the camera back on then. It's getting old, you see. Do forget things. I'm just going to pull over and make sure I ain't just loosen that mic off so we can keep the audio running. Good for me, bad for you. We do drop down pretty quick once we get past the petrol station. We'll just start dropping straight down the hill now into Bridgnorth. Excuse me. There's a little house down here on the bends coming down the other way. I wouldn't want to live there, I tell you. I need someone to come down, the brakes fail, or they've had a few too many beers and they're going to come through they take the roof off. Here it is, this little place here, look at that. No thanks. Christ. Sorry. Okay. You do want to say hello. England is such a beautiful place in the summertime. Absolutely. Well, Britain, United Kingdom, Great Britain, whatever you want to call it. I'm currently in England, so. But again, Wales is and Scotland, just fantastic places to ride a motorbike, to even walk, cycle, or drive. For a small island, we've got a lot of diversity, a lot of geology. Right, we're coming into Bridgnorth, and I'm stuck behind this traffic zone. We'll catch up shortly, back in a minute. Right, we're just coming through CLEE HILL slowly. It's a nice little town, this is. Quite a few pubs. Old Bill. I missed the road number. Okay, right, it is the B4363. 4363 from CLEE HILL. We're going to go towards Harley, but we're going to end up in Bridgnorth. It's probably 13 miles of twisties, this is. Bit of gravel in the middle of the road again, so bear with me, I need to just get around this. It's not good for this, well, for any tyre on a motorbike, to be honest, let alone one which needs changing. It's getting proper dark now, as you can probably tell. I don't know if we're going to be in for a storm, but yeah, cloudy as you like. I'm trying to stay out in the middle of the road because of the gravel. The middle of the lane rather, not the middle of the road, the middle of my lane. It's not the best place to be. And my lack of luck continues. Just got a bin truck pull out in front of me now. I'll get round him in a minute. Oh, that's a wonderful smell. Good job we ain't got smell-o-vision. God damn. Okay, I'm gone. Thank you, sir. They really do ruin these roads. They've tarmacked this when there was no need to. The other one was the same. I don't know why, you know, there's plenty of roads in Shropshire and Staffordshire and probably throughout the country that needs tarmacking. Stick the tarmac on the roads that need it and not on the ones which don't, because this road was perfect. But now it's a bit sketchy. Here we are, look, Christ. Skid risk, you ain't kidding. Ooh. Oh, wobbly front end. Okay. The other thing as well, it'll take all the paint off. If there's a car behind me, they get showered in gravel. That ain't good for my bike either. Certainly not good for your confidence. Whoops, back went then. And back to some normality, which is nice. I've got a friend who he absolutely loves this road, and to be fair, he's one hell of a rider. It's got he's had a plethora of super high powered sports bikes, and obviously in the 30s he does 30, but when it becomes the nationals he can chuck it around, and but it worries me sometimes because some of the times the speed he goes into bends, especially on this road, you don't know what's round the corner. There could be a tractor trailer, there could be anything, and sadly I've already had a few mates killed on bikes. I would say at least 6 or 7. Not always their fault, I'll say that, but sometimes common sense, and I'm getting on a little bit now, so massive speed. It doesn't really interest me, to be honest with you. I'm happy doing this 60, 70 down these kind of lanes, and obviously when I've got my good lady on the back, it's always the speed limit, and so we can have a relaxed ride, look over the edges, look at the nature, and enjoy what we've got, rather than being all a blur and trying to hang on for your life. That's just me. Obviously feel free to comment. That's the good thing about this bike as well. You know, it ain't a sports bike, but I'll tell you, it does not linger when you twist that throttle. And you can do 30 mile an hour in 6th gear on this and just twist it, and it pulls away beautifully. But it's a great bike all through the range, all through the rev range, all through the gears. It really is quite unforgiving as well, to be honest. Right, this is our first of probably 3 or 4 little left-right kinks over little bridges on this road. It's quite beautiful actually, when you actually ride slow enough to enjoy what you can see, and it really is a nice place to be. Fair play. Pedalling up here. We've pedalled quite a few miles, me and a group of friends. I used to be into my cycling quite a bit, but obviously since the back injury, well, since it's deteriorated, it's not something I've done for probably a couple of years, because it aggravates the spine too much. But we've cycled around the battlefields in France and Belgium, World War I and World War II. It's something we've got a passion for, a group of us, and we've cycled it, walked it, driven it, minibus, cars. We try and go every year, sometimes twice a year. Go to the graves, go to the battlefields, pay our respects and have a beer. And the one year I did it with a mate, Paul, and his son Dan. When I got the Tracer, we did the battlefields on the bikes. We had 4 days in Normandy, mainly doing that Second World War stuff. Ooh, easy. Another one. God almighty. I don't know if he just shouted some abuse at me for some reason. I was only doing 40 mile an hour in a national, which is 60 on the single lane. I could be wrong. Sure, I heard him shout some abuse. I must remember to try and look across the fields every now and again to give you an idea of the beauty of where we are. It's obviously quite boring just looking straight forward and looking at the road. I hope to God that this footage is usable and you can hear what I'm saying. Of course I have failed. I've done this route 5 or 6 times and every one there's been an issue. Either audio or the batteries run out and right, you see the road heading off up the hill up there. So we're coming down to I think our little second left right. Oh no, this ain't over a bridge, this is just down in the dip again. Down into the valley and out the other top. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here I think because you're going to be bored. If you like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment if you feel the need or if you just want to. All comments are welcome. I'm trying my best, it's all new to me, so it will only get better. Footage will get better, talkovers will get better, and we'll see how that goes. I'll put the video out to friends and family first and gauge what they think. But as I say in the Black Country, I'm going to let you go now. So I'll see you later, and thanks for watching. Okay, we're back in Bridgnorth with the other side of the river. I'll just put this on quickly just so you can see the river and the bridge. We're obviously in Lowtown. There is Hightown, which is way up there. Some nice pubs, restaurants, shops. In the winter the river does get quite high. You'll see the bridge in a minute, and when I tell you that the water will come up to the top of the arches sometimes, and I think history shows it's actually it's come over the top once or twice I think. But the houses on the other side of the river tend to suffer, but there's another little town further down the river called DUDLEY, and that does suffer quite badly during the floods. People are having to move out of the places all the time because the first floor's underwater. They have got a flood barrier. I spent a fortune on it, for the last few years the water's come over the top of it, so they obviously need to make it a lot higher than what it is. Right, we're just going over the bridge. Beautiful serene at the minute. But when I tell you that this pub here, there, that's normally underwater. The water goes well into that pub garden. If you notice the footage, it'll be on the previous video, or it might be at the beginning of this one, I'm not sure yet until I edit it. We're in the same road we were before when we were going to head up towards the Ludlow road, the little B road from Bridgnorth to Ludlow, which was the reason for the video in the first place. But instead of going right at the island this time up the dual carriageway, we're just going to go straight on towards Quat. And the cafe's on the left hand side. It is a biker cafe. I mean, anyone can go in there, everyone's welcome. Bikers are a good bunch of people, all welcoming, and but it is a majority of bikers who use this cafe. Sports bikes, cruisers, trikes, tourers, you name it. Every make and model of bike and every age of biker. Normally on weekdays it's going to be old farts like myself who've retired or luckily have got a day off work. Weekends you get the younger generation come down there. But it is a cafe for all. Have some good banter. They're all black country folk. We do get the odd one coming through, to be honest, from further afield, but the majority are local people who speak like me, so we can all understand each other. This road actually follows the river as it runs out of Bridgnorth up towards DUDLEY actually, and beyond. Stuck behind another tractor. I know TMF, you're always moaning about the white van man getting stuck behind white vans, but I'll tell you something, I've been on par today. There's a few where I haven't been filming, I've just been stuck behind tractors, but we are out in the sticks, so it's got to be expected. Everyone's got to earn a living. And the farmers do have it rough, to be fair. Well, they say they do anyway. It's been nice to have a small holding. If we had a small holding, I'd be quite happy with that. Big field to run the dogs in. We are lucky where we live though. We've got we're surrounded by countryside and we've got the canal, so got a couple of pubs in the village. I can walk along the canal either way, and normally go down towards Kinver into the Navigation pub. which I got some footage of that yesterday, so I might sit on one of the videos just to show you the pub, because it's a cracking little pub. Beautiful setting, right on the canal. I've been going there all my life, to be honest. We used to go as kids. Mum and Dad used to drive us out to the countryside when we lived in Netherton, and we'd pop to the Navy and up to the Common on a Sunday, walk the dog and watch the people jumping out of aircraft. But the parachute stopped for many, I'd say three decades ago now, maybe longer. I don't know why, but it's something to see when you're a kid. A lot of people coming down on parachutes. But now I'm lucky enough that I live literally a mile from the pub up the canal, so it's a nice bit of a walk to have a shandy and a cheese and onion baguette. Cracking. Right, I'm coming up to the cafe. There's Tony's Diner. I've never tried that actually. There's a few of them going there, but here we are, just on the left. The food stop cafe. Yeah, there's quite a few bikes in, but on the weekend this is absolutely rammed. Bloke on a hole here, look. Ooh, another one. Oh, mate. Yeah, a lot of ollies up there, look. Told you it was a cafe for all different bikes. Anyway, I'm going to turn the video off. Have me a cup of tea.